Hey everybody, Brian here from Solid Woodworks. Today I'm going to show you how to build your drawer system for your Ineos Grenadier. We've had it for the last couple days here at our shop, and it's been really fun to rip around town, take to a show up in Big Bear, and also create an awesome, cool system for us. So, couple things that come inside of your kit. If you ordered the cubbies for your kit, you'll have two pieces that look like this. A couple tops go on the top of your cubby area in the corners. Some divider pieces for your drawers. These are what your drawers are going to look like. So you're going to have your hex ply facing in, you're going to have the false top channel here, and your divider channel here. We have now been notching in a couple letters into the drawers. So this NL here represents the non-locking, so that's the drawer jam that's going to be in the center here for non-locking. And then you're going to see your little knockouts right here for the T-nuts to go into. So here's all your jams for your drawer. This is all the box jams. This is what you're going to start to build first. You're going to see that these are a little thicker, so you can hold the weight of the drawer system. You're also going to have all your pre-drills and your T-nut locations. You have this little notch here. The little notch is where, when you finally build your drawer system, your cubby face is going to go into. We'll get to that when we go to install it. Lastly, you're going to have some of your 1/2 inch over here. You're going to have your box tops, your box bottom, and your drawer bottoms. So all of this here, that's going to get flat pack shipped to you, is going to build your drawer system, along with drawer slides, one pair of locking, one non-locking, your mounting hardware, some long M5 bolts and dished washers to bolt down your system, a handful of these small 10/32 screws, some larger 10/32 bolts, black wood screws, and your T-nuts for the drawer slides. All you're going to need to install this is a drill motor and one hammer. So let's get started. First thing you want to assemble is what I call the box carcass, the outside that your drawers will fit into, which will hold all your weight for if you're storing or sleeping anything on top of that. So the way that you're going to lay these jams out is the center one is not going to have a notch in it. The outside ones will have a notch like this in it for those cubbies I was talking about. So you're going to want to lay them out like this, so you can see like these little tabs go up or to the outside, and you have the one without the notch in the middle. So once you have that all sorted out, you're going to want to put them all upright like this to where you can see all the pocketing, and you're going to start smashing your T-nuts into here. So this part, I like to just get it all out of the way in the beginning. Just kind of line them all up in here, grab your hammer, and just smash a couple T-nuts in. All right, we've got all of our T-nuts into our box jams here, all the uprights. We're gonna grab our back, which is actually made out of 1/2 inch. Once again, just to try to drop any weight anywhere we can. This is completely symmetrical, so you can put the hex ply in or out, whatever you prefer. You're gonna stand it up like such. Pop this up with the T-nuts going out, and the T-nuts are gonna go to the outside of the box because you're gonna be mounting your drawer slides on the inside here. So grabbing your 1¼ wood screws here, you're gonna attach this corner. There's 3 screws in here. While attaching these jams, or really anything in the system, you want to make sure everything is flush. Flush is when the two pieces of wood come completely together and there's no overhang on either side. So when I work on the bottom here, I'm going to have my fingers on the outside holding the wood tight and flush so that you make sure the whole drawer system is completely square. Having these insets in here to make them pop together and you know exactly where each piece is going is super helpful, but also helps keep it really square because you're screwing from both sides now. All right, so those are all super easy. This one as well is going to get that little notch, as I said, into the slot right here. Pop it in like such. Also, making sure that all of this is straight and flush. You can look through the back here and make sure it's not all off to one side. Try to keep it in the center. All right, the next piece of your install is going to be your box bottoms, which will look like this. You can see they have these cutouts in right here, so this is actually to drop weight out of the system. You can also see they have these little kind of pucks or pockets cut into it right here. That is going to go into your drawer system, so you want to make sure those are going down in this build process. You can also tell the difference between each side of it because once again, is hex ply, so that's actually going to go down in this case. And you can also see that this is a completely flat edge, and this is a continuous edge. So this is going to be your front piece right here. So pop that in, super easy like such. And like I said, everything's going to pop in with all of these inserts. Same thing for the back. You can see there's some notches right there, and that continuous edge there, that is gonna go like this. Once you have both of these popped in, you'll then, once again, use your 1¼ inch screws to screw this entire thing down from both sides. All right, once you have the entire box bottom installed into your box jambs, what I like to do is stand the box up like this. You want to stand it up the way to where you do not see your T-nuts on this side. So the T-nuts are on the back side right here in the hex ply. You want to grab all of your drawer slides that comes with a kit. These get shipped separately actually, so these will arrive in a separate package from the actual wood box. You'll get all of that tracking when your orders are filled within the first week. So you have locking drawer slides with a blue tab on them. You want to remove those by holding the blue tab down, pulling out, keeping the blue tab down all the way. You'll remove them, the inner rail from the outer rail. So when you're looking at this drawer slide, how you put the blue tab down and pull it out, this is gonna be your left-hand locking drawer slide. So I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna put it over here on this side of the table, and it's gonna be on the far left. This now will go into the box up here, left-hand locking drawer. I'm gonna put that aside for now. Your other one you're gonna be looking at is your right-hand locking drawer. So if you're looking at it from your angle, right-hand side. I'm gonna click and hold, pull it out, remove it from itself. I'm gonna set this inside the drawer box. It's very important that you keep each one with each part that they came out of. And this is gonna go on the far right side of this table. Same thing with the non-locking drawer slides. Non-locking drawer slides will also just come out. There's no locking tab on them. We do a pair of locking and a pair of non-locking just because it's super easy to be able to click one button and pull the drawer with your hand instead of clicking two little tiny blue buttons and like wiggling the drawer out. So the non-locking ones, when you fully extend them like this, you're gonna flip it over, you're gonna see a little black tab in there. You're gonna click that tab in one direction that goes easier than the other, and then start removing the inside of the drawer rail, like such. So I'm gonna use this one up here. That's the left drawer. I'm gonna set this with the left-hand drawer slide. Same thing with this one. Set that with this other drawer slide. All right, now to installing these into the carcass. I'm gonna pull this a little closer so I can explain a little better. You're gonna use your 10-30 seconds, 1/2 inch bolts. You know, line up your drawer slides right here, drop a bolt in there, find the correct holes, and then just start screwing them. I like to at least get them hand tight with a screwdriver before fully tightening them with the drill motor. You want to put all 4 of these in. Make sure you're not stripping any of them. Just go nice and slow. Okay, I found all 4 locations, hand tight. Now we're gonna tighten them down with the drill motor until you get a couple clicks. There we go. The other reason why we like to, and I like to install the center non-locking slide right here is now that we've tightened that down, it's now sucked these T-nuts further into the wood. And on the opposite side, we're gonna use the same T-nut with a shorter screw. So down here with the locking drawer slide, we're gonna do the same exact thing. All these holes will line up no problem. If they're not lined up, you have the wrong drawer slide in the wrong location. So all of those are completely tight. I'm gonna, a couple clicks. This really seats the T-nut into the wood. Another reason we love these T-nuts is some of these chattery or really bouncy roads you're gonna go on while you're overlanding, while you're off-roading, while you have a fun time with your rig. Those prongs on those T-nuts will not slip or anything and won't, you know, accidentally loosen your drawer system or your drawers and then slide around freely or bounce around or make a bunch of bumpy noises like every single car has. So let's not let that happen. So we got that side in. I'm just gonna grab our drawer box and I'm gonna flip it over in the same position, but now we're gonna do the same thing to this side. I like to work with it up and down like this because you can look down at the bolts instead of kind of looking at it from a side or anything. So repeat the same process. You're gonna wanna make sure that once again, you have your locking drawer slide that goes on the outside and your non-locking drawer slide goes on the inside. So first things first, this non-locking slide, you're gonna wanna use these shorter 10-30 seconds bolts that comes in your kit. There's 4 of them. They'll be in a separate package, so you'll know which ones are different. Locate those holes, which is going to be the back side of those T-nuts that we just screwed into. On the opposite side, slide your slide back and forth until you can locate that. And once again, just finger tight. Now, same concept, just a couple clicks on your drill motor, snug these up. Or if you want to go real strong with your screwdriver, you can do that as well. All right, so that is the installation of the drawer slides in your box carcass. I'm gonna put this aside for now. I'm gonna build the drawer jams. All right, so box carcass is built. Now we're building the drawer boxes. These are gonna slide into your system. It's actually gonna house all of your storage for this entire system. So as you can see, I pounded a couple of these T-nuts in here already. You're gonna do the same thing you did on the drawer boxes. You could have done this back then when you're building that as well, but I'm just trying to stay on a good timeline to not confuse anybody. Pop all these in, go at it with a hammer, preferably on a pretty solid table surface. Now that you have the carcass built and you have your T-nuts into your drawers, you're gonna stand them up like this. As I said, you're gonna have that little NL or non-locking notch in there. You wanna make sure that you have one NL per drawer. So this one does not have it marked. So now this is a set of drawers. I'm gonna put all the tabs up. I'm gonna flip these up like such, just like we do with our box jams, and also put 3 screws into it. All right, you got your drawer built, you got your back attached to your jams. You're gonna pick one of these drawer box bottoms. You're going to go hex ply in, drop it on the top here, and boom. It comes together very easily like that. Once again, we're gonna grab some of these wood screws and you go around the entire side. I like to make sure the front is flush first to start. Just attaching your entire box bottom down. All right, we got our box built. We're gonna next put on our drawer slides. So we're gonna grab a set from over here. Looks like this might be the right drawer. Set it on there, just like such. It looks like all of these line up perfectly. All right, you're gonna grab your, once again, 1/2-inch bolts, screwdriver, and same thing, just kind of slowly get these in here without stripping anything. Just get them kind of finger tight for now so that you can make sure it all lines up before attaching it all strongly with a screwdriver or with your drill motor. Same thing on the opposite side of the drawer. Make sure you have your pair of matching drawer slides. You can see on this one, the non-locking slide, that the face of the little drawer right here, this little tab, is actually held back a little bit. That is because your drawer face goes on there. You don't want that to be interfering and not allowing it to all be attached smoothly. All right, you got your slides on your drawer box. Now I like to stand it upright like such. Grab the top that goes with it so you can see that you got your locking tab hole right here. You also see that there's this really cool notch in the back of it. This is what helps you identify where the where the drawer face goes, and that keeps it nice and square so that your jams aren't all tweaked. So drop that onto there. You'll feel it snap in like that, and then you know that's in there when you're putting pressure down on your drawer face and you're wiggling this and it's not moving. That means it's locked into those slots pretty well. Same thing, grab a handful of these wood screws. I like to make sure the top is flush first and then put one in here on both sides. Try not to bury the screw too much, then you'll see a bunch of exposed wood. But just like when you're doing drywall, just head under the wood just a smidgen, and or flush if you can. Now you got your drawer built, and do the exact same thing for the other side. So this is what the back of your Grenadier is going to look like before you put our badass drawer system in. You're going to see these D-rings here in the corner. Sometimes there's also tracks here. You're going to want to completely remove those. It's a Torx 45 head. You can crank it off, I already did, with a ratchet, and then just finger tight, pull all those out. Get all 4 of them out the vehicle, and then you can remove this big rubber floor mat in here. You're not going to need this anymore, and your drawer system will go completely flat to the base of this vehicle. Have a friend help you, or very carefully lift it up, get in here, slide it on in. What you're going to want to do is get it back right until you can see, there we go, the second hole in that kit. So if you look underneath here, you can see 2 holes. We're going to line up this back hole with the center of this large pocketed hole here. This is where the hardware comes in handy. That comes in your kit. You have these long bolts and these dishwashers. Drop that in there and you can kind of look through that hole, line it up. Finger tighten it as well. Get all 4 of them in before you ratchet it down. Once you have all 4 of those bolts attached to the bottom of your Grenadier, you're gonna grab your tops, slide it on in, passenger side there, grab your driver's side as well. And now comes the lining it up part. So, as you can see, you have this zipper down the center here. You wanna get that to hang off just right about there. Make sure that it comes off half of an inch here. I like to go to the back side of it and make sure it's flush, and also make sure it's not rubbing on any of these little corners here as well. All right, you have both your tops set on here. You wanna make sure that both these tops are gonna be flush with the back of your drawer system. As you can see here, we have one of our bed cleats on in case you order the bed extension. This is a cleat that helps support where those hinges are attached. So you can see I'm kind of looking along the entire side here and making sure it's lining up perfectly with the back of our drawer system right along this entire crease, and that is not rubbing on anywhere else around the vehicle, and that's when we're gonna start installing your screws. All right, we got it flush back here. Gonna work your way all the way along the back and along the sides, screwing the entire top in. Once your top is screwed in, you're gonna wanna install your cubby faces. We made this a hell of a lot easier now that it installs from the front. So you're gonna pop it in like this. Grab one of your wood screws. Wanna make sure that it's really tight along this edge, and screw it in. All right, now we are ready for our drawer boxes that we made earlier. You want to set that back end on there, line up the channels for the inner rail and the outer rail like such. Make sure it's nice and smooth while you're pushing it in. Kind of wiggle it up and down so you feel it click, you hear that sound. Now your inner rail and your outer rail are engaged. You can push it all the way in until your drawer locks like that. Now your drawer is not coming in or out. To unlock it, you click the tab down, pull out, pull it all the way out, and it'll also lock at full extension as well. Now this is how you install your drawer slides. Do the exact same on this side, and your drawer box is installed in your Ineos Grenadier. Okay, so if you did order the bed extension for your Ineos Grenadier, this is the 60/40. This is the 40% side. What you're gonna wanna do, set it back here. I like to pull one of these seats up and down a little bit to kind of understand where this is gonna sit. So if you pull this one completely up, you'll be able to find your distance and where it wants to go so it doesn't rub on your leather here. There will be a little gap between both of these just because of that exact reason. So this one looks like I want to go right about there, okay? You're gonna get your provided 7/16 screws and your black hinge and start screwing it in. You want to make sure that the hinge is on the center line right here. So you have half of the hinge on the bed extension and half onto the drawer system right here. And you screw opposite screws the entire way down. I'll put one more in just so I can explain to you why you do that. Okay. So that when you fold this over, it'll land nearly completely flat. If you were to be screwing the screws right across from each other, these two screw heads would hit and the bed extension would be on an angle like this. It won't actually go completely flat because right now you have these overlapping screws. That is how you install the bed extension in your Ineos Grenadier.